Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Ryan Mehalic here, and man, those 1,000 subscribers, 1,039 now, it just looks so juicy. I'm so thankful for all the support you guys have been giving me recently. It's been exactly 2 months on the date from my first BTD Battles YouTube video, and already hitting the 1,000 mark. I think that's really impressive, and it kind of shows the hard work I've put in. And this is just the start, guys. I mean, look, we've been growing at an exponential rate. In the last 28 days alone, we have gained 731 subscribers. The views have been up, the watch time's been up, everything's going up, and so is our channel. I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support. And this video is going to be a Q&A. If I didn't get to your question in this video, just comment it down in the question box below. Comment it in the put the question in the comments below, and I will respond to it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you once again for 1,000. Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan Mehalic here, and for our 1,000 subscribers, such an amazing accomplishment. I didn't think we would hit it this fast. To be honest with you, it's really impressive. I'm really happy that of all the support I've been getting lately. I've said this in pretty much every video so far. So we're doing a little Q&A. On my last post, I asked you guys to drop some comments in the questions in the comment section below, and we're gonna hop into those. In the background, I will be playing two games. Well, going over two replays. First one was against H Bartle, and second one was against Sinful. These were played live on No Money's stream with like 150 viewers, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, both of these are Dartling Bomb versus DFA, and these are two really good DFA players. So we'll see how we do here, and let's hop into these questions. So the first question I've got is from my boy Tom Sam, and he said, "When did you start playing BTD Battles, or how long have you been playing?" So I started playing BTD Battles. I don't remember the exact time, but it was like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even 5. And I didn't play competitively or anything. I would just like did arenas casually. I've always liked balloons games. Like I started playing pretty much BTD4. So I always was fond of like the balloons games and everything. So BTD Battles was really fun for me. I've done like Balloons Monkey City, pretty much all of the games they've made. And then this, like 6 months ago or so, I got back into BTD Battles. I took a break from it, and once King of the Hill was opened up and I figured out the server, I think it was season 2 when I started. That's kind of when I started playing competitively and kind of fell in love with the game. So yeah, so the next question is from Zefty, and his question reads, "I recently asked Zigzag the same question in his Q&A, but it'd be interesting to see your take as well." He says, "Basically, we all know BTD Battles is a highest level game, skill-based game with strict micromanagement, yet the game seems so competitively small. Do you think childlike skin of a fun monkey game is kind of associated with that?" So, Zefty, I kind of agree with you that kind of the premise that this is a game for like children kind of, I guess makes it the competitive scene not really as big in the game, because lots of people are, I guess, kind of don't really understand the mechanics of the game as well and are just playing it for fun. But I'm not sure if that's exactly a bad thing, because since it is a child's game, it appeals to a wider audience, and there's always going to be niche competitive groups that kind of flow out of games, if that makes sense. Alright, so the next question is from OG Rao, and he says, "How old are you?" "I am 19. Next question is, "How do you get such a calm voice? By the way, love you." I don't know. I try not to rage too much in my videos. I know some people rage a lot. I definitely am mad when I lose, but I guess it's just something that comes with time. I don't know how to explain it. This one's a good one from Leo Andrade. Sorry if I butcher your name, by the way. If you could have a tryhard series versus any good player, who would it be and why? I probably would like to do a tryhard series with Simba in his prime. I think he's pretty much agreed on as the best player of all time, so that would be really fun to do. I'd probably get clapped, but I think that would be really fun. So that is my player. Question from Comblix. Have you ever thought you would hit 1K, and what is some advice to newer players to the game? So yeah, I definitely did think I was gonna hit 1K. Probably not this fast, but I knew I was gonna take YouTube pretty seriously and pump out videos pretty much every day as possible. And when you stay consistent with something, you're gonna have results. So and advice for newer players to the game. I don't know. I think a really good way to improve your skill is honestly the King of the Hill server, which is pretty much where all of my games are played now. There's pretty much players in all skill levels in the server, so you'll have people to face, and also as you get better, you're just gonna have better players to face. So it's always good to play players who are better than you as a way to improve. By the way, there is a link to that server in the description of every video, so make sure to check that out. Next question is from my boy Brogel, and he says, what is your least favorite vegetable? Least favorite. Probably broccoli. I don't know. That's probably a common least favorite vegetable. I don't really like it. I used to as a kid, but probably not anymore. And my most favorite is probably corn on the cob. I really like corn on the cob. Next one is from Tatsuya BTD, and he says, are you going to stream? Yes, I am planning on streaming in the future. I'm still kind of figuring that out. I'm not sure if my phone can handle it, so I've got to do some research, but I definitely plan on streaming in the future, so look out for those. Next one is from G, and he says, what is your favorite genre of music and why? My favorite genre of music is probably in the realm of pop or rap music. I don't listen to that much music, but I don't know. I like kind of more upbeat tempo type stuff. It's good. So it's a good way to kind of like hype me up, and I'm a track runner, so it's also good to kind of listen to that stuff before I race to kind of get my adrenaline pumping. And my favorite artist, I don't know if you guys know him, but his name is NF. He's a Christian rapper. I really like him, so that is my favorite artist as well. This one's a good one. Question from Hot Potato. He says, if you were getting yelled at your mom while in Game 7 of a best of 7 series versus Asian Sensation, would you 1. Ignore her and keep playing, pull out your Dartling glue on your mom and prevent her BIA, or use the forbidden potato jitsu in order to turn your mom into a potato tot and clap Asians' cheeks on your behalf? So that's a really hard question, Hot Potato. I probably would pull out my Dartling glue and prevent her BIA. That is one of my most fond strats, so I think that would be the best way to go, but I don't know. I could see A or B as a solution to that problem. Alright, the next question is from Ka Ming Man, and he says, why do you like the Dartling Tower so much? I don't know. A big reason is because I don't use the Dart Monkey, right? So it's really the only other viable strategy on a lot of maps, like offside, for example. So that is one reason. I really like kind of the target micro with the Dartling, where there's actually a lot that goes into it. Like kind of with Dartling glue, for example, you want to target your Dartlings in a specific way to not pop down the balloons, and that the glue splatter like the highest layer of the balloon, because if you pop down the balloons beforehand or something, then there's going to be too many balloons for the glue to hit. So there's a lot that goes into it, kind of like that, where there's specific ways you can play the Dartling to make it much stronger. And also the fact that I don't know, it's just pretty much two of my favorite strategies involve the Dartling bomb and Dartling glue, so I definitely use it a lot, and it's one of my favorite towers. Next question is, do you plan on playing BTD2 if it's confirmed it will be released? Yes, it actually has been confirmed from my boy Sam from Ninja Kiwi, and I'm really hyped for that. I haven't played BTD6 too much, so I'm not really familiar with the towers, but I do plan on learning BTD2 and playing it a lot, so I'm really hyped for that. Next one's from Power Punch, and he says, "Hi, are you in school or college, and what grade are you in?" I am in college. I'm a freshman in college. Next one's from Normal Rusian, and he says, "What is your favorite tower?" So that's a hard one. I have a lot of towers I really like. Probably between the Mortar and the Spectre. The Mortar's just really cool with its mortar stall ability. That's one reason why I like Mortar so much. It's really fun to like kind of just micro really hard and try to out mortar stall your opponent. And then obviously the Spike Factory is probably a lot of people's favorite tower. It's a really not really that popular of a tower, but it's grown more recently with its buffs. And that's I like microing the Spike Storm obviously, and that's why it's part of one of my favorite strategies, which is Cobra Boomer Factory. Alright, the next question is from Charlie Cotton, and he says, "What do you do outside of BTD and YouTube?" I am in college, as I said beforehand, so I have schoolwork, and I'm also a runner, so I run cross country and track for my college, so I spend a lot of time doing that as well. Next one is, "What YouTubers inspired you to do what you do?" from Corey. My biggest inspiration is probably Asian Sensation. He helped me a lot when I started out YouTube, and also probably the next one on that list would be Mr. No Monies. So yeah. Alright, that is it for the questions. Now we're going to kind of talk back into this gameplay. So this game is against H. Spartle here, and we'll pause it for a second, kind of go through the analysis of this game real quick. So pretty much what happened was that we both played pretty passive early game. I got around 14 BI, he got around 15-1. He sent me a few BFBs, he forced only one boost off me, which I'm fine going into the late game with 2 boosts. You don't really need 3. And then round 30, look how many facts from both people. We got 11 on our side, and looks like he has 8. So we're up 3 factories, and we're starting to send ZMGs. Now, why am I sending ZMGs starting round 30? Obviously these ZMGs are going to be pretty weak, and he'll defend them without any problem. And he won't really have to GZ much against these, but the reason I start sending is because his strategy technically outlasts me. So, I start sending constant space ZMGs starting around 30 once they get ramped in health. To kind of slow down his farms. As you can see, he's not placing down farms anymore. He's placing down Spectres, getting ready to GZ micro. So he's going to kind of chill with those farms he currently has, which he would be farming harder if we were not sending these, right? So that's kind of why we're going to constant send them. And we also placed down 2 more farms at the bottom right if you didn't catch that. So we do have a huge out farm right now. And while we're sending, we're using the rest of our money to prepare defense, because the way this is probably going to play out is he's going to send me a big ZMG all out later on once he starts getting drained of money. So I want to have all the bombs preemptively placed down to be ready for that, along with Dartlings to upgrade Ray of Dooms. So as you can see, he starts GZing. It's around 33 now. We got all of our bombs placing down, so that's solid. And I actually start selling my farms periodically to start placing more bombs, just so I'm even more prepared, because we still have a farm lead after all that, since he has to start selling farms to GZ micro these. Round 34 comes, and it looks like he starts sending me. So we sell all of our farms, gets down some more bombs. We get up 3, maybe 4 Ray of Dooms. Yep, 4 Ray of Dooms, and we use our boost along with all of our bomb abilities. So basically, the reason we get 4 Ray of Dooms when you only need 1 for the balloons is because the Ray of Dooms on boost are actually really strong, and they can help with all of the BFB and mob layers, while you have your mob assassin abilities to kill the ZMG layers. So his round 34 all out pretty much just gets absolutely swallowed up, and yeah, we just use both of our boosts here. Doesn't really even get that close. And of course, he drained all of his money. He's just going to die to these space CMGs. So that is the game against H Spartle, and I will catch you in the game against Sinful. Alright, game against Sinful here. We do our classic start, placing our Dartling here. Now this is a very people don't understand why I do this, the anti-stall round 1. And really, the main reason is because if they're going DFA, I really can't let them get around 14 BIA. Because they can't, if they have a lot more money, like a lot of money late game, like a lot, then they are just going to outlast me and all out me like round 36 or something. And that's pretty much impossible to defend with Dartling Farm Bomb. So you have to anti-stall a bit and not even show that much aggression, but just delay don't let them get around 14 BIA basically, and you're still probably going to be able to get a BIA before them, just because your strategy, you can greed harder. So that's what we do. We send him to 254, get our farm, get some bananas from that. He sends me some pinks round 4, we do the same to him. And he goes for an interesting defend against these pinks. He actually goes for 3 Dart Monkeys, which I don't think he needed. The 0/0 Dart Monkey. It was kind of weird in my opinion. But we should get our powerful darts and we're chilling against that. Oh, yep, and we're still recording. 47% on the device. And we both should get up our plant here. Yep, that's what happens. So after my game against H Spartle on No Money stream, what actually happened was Sinful, the guy I'm playing right now. Well, first of all, AFG started saying I was bad and everything. And then I coded him and he didn't join the code. He walked from the game. And then Sinful kind of hopped on the bandwagon, so then I coded Sinful, and now we're playing. But yeah, I sent him some blacks round 7. That forces a second trip dart, which is nice. And of course, he can't really force anything against me. So we both get up our 2 plantations on round 8. I don't even send him yellows here. And the reason being, I'm going to be able to force a jug for a tiny bit of money on round 10, only like 1 set of leads. So it's not really worth it for me to send him a lot of yellows here just to force a spolt, where he's just going to get the spolt up round 9 anyways to get it, to upgrade to a jug later on. If I was playing a more aggro strat, I definitely would do that, but with Dartling Bomb, I don't see the reason. And it looks like he's playing extremely passive towards me too, not even sending me yellows, so we're fine greeting that. We get up our bomb here on strong. That will just pop those leads, easy peasy. He sends me some whites here. Instead of going for a cluster, I go for a second powerful darts Dartling. And the reason being, we're going to have to get that Dartling up on round 12 either way for camo lead detection. So I save myself about like $1,100 or so, because I don't have to build the cluster unless he forces it later on. So as you can see, we got 4 plantations around 13, getting up our 4th farm. So we're up about a plantation on him right now, which is really nice. He's up about 15 eco, but that doesn't really mean much. So we're getting prepared to get around 14 BIA, which he was talking about preventing that round 14 BIA in the live stream, so I don't really know what happened with that plan. But yeah, we get that round 14 BIA flowing. He'll get his round 15 one, which is fine with me. I probably should have aggroed here with like some leads. I have the money to do it. I could have bloom boosted as well, and that would have forced a tower boost for sure. So a bit of a misplay on my part, but I opted to go passive here, which is fine, I guess. And even though he had a slight eco lead before, we do have the eco lead now since we got our BIA 1 round prior to him. So we've got our Dartlings and everything flowing now, which is nice. We start getting up another farm, because normally I wouldn't do this, but when you get around 14 BIA, you want to go for your other farm, because you're going to, around the time that they'll send the BFB is going to be the time you cash out your BIA either way. But if you get around 16 BIA, you don't want to defend the BFB on cash out, so you just kind of want to not farm at all and save up money, if that makes sense. So we got our other farm up. And we're vibing now. Looks like he's not gonna send me anything. We get 2 bombs up just to be ready in case he sends us BFB, but it looks like he isn't. And then we're probably gonna cash out next round. Yeah, I think that's what we do here. So next round we cash out, and our BIA was only at like, I think like 14 or 15,000. So the reason we don't wait for it to fill all the way up is because we're getting up a factory, right? And we're gonna get this factory to 4-2. So this factory is gonna give us more money during the course of this round than the BIA would when it's fully cooked up. So we're ending up having more money throughout this round since we could upgrade to a factory off of the BIA cash out. Looks like he does the same, but we still have that money lead, of course, because we got our BIA 1 round prior to him. Round 22 AI, he sent some leads with it. I was planning on knocking impact up because he sent some leads with it, he did force my impact, so well done there. We sell both of our bombs and we go for a second fac. As you can see, he is about $7,000 off the factory, so we do have a pretty nice money lead now. Mans is smiling over there. We hit him with a high, just kind of keeping this lighthearted. I think I let him farm a little bit too hard here. I'm thinking that maybe sending like Moabs forcing boosts mid game it might be better, or even like going for around 15 BIA. If I can force the Dart player to get around 16 BIA, I think that matchup would be better for me, to kind of make it so Dart player doesn't farm as hard. But round 14, round 15 BIA from both people is also fine. So we're both just farming right now. We end up selling our BIA. I probably sold it a little bit too early. Probably should have waited another round. And we just go for some more factories. He'll probably sell his BIA soon. So he boosted against round 25 AI. We just bloom boost him a Moab real quick. Forces a fan club. Nothing special. And then we're both just farming on. So it looks like he has cashed out his BIA. So check this game out real quick. Looks like he's up about 100 eco. We're up a whole facility and about $2,000. So we do have a pretty substantial money lead at the moment. But of course his strategy is better late game. So we will see how this plays out. Round 27 AI. This is where we can start to get a money lead because he will have to constant fan club while we just have defense down, which will handle all this AI. So we're just continuing to place down all of these facilities. Nothing special. And then round 30 is probably when we're gonna start sending him. Yep, it looks like we're starting to send him round 30 with the Space CMG. It's kind of the same thing as last time, except this time Sinful does have better farms than H Spartle did. So it's definitely going to be a closer game. The reason he does have better farms is because he did not send us BFBs like H Spartle did. So that is a nice little change of pace between these two games. And because he didn't send BFBs, we do actually have 3 boosts going into this late game, which is solid. Kind of, so our plan is, since we have 3 boosts, if he rushes us, we just boost right away, pretty much. So we are starting our, Space CMGs. It looks like he actually has, really good farms. He has all the top farms, pretty much, and then 2 at the bottom. So I think we are only up 2 factories right now, but of course we are sending him constant ZMGs, so that does drain us as well as him. Looks like he has 4 Spectres up and he's starting to GZ micro bit, so well done there. Pretty much the same plan as last game. We're just going to constant send Space CMGs while we build up some defense to prepare for his rush. But we'll see if he rushes us a later round than H Spartle did on round 34. And now we're starting to sell some facts to go for even more Moab Assassins. You know the vibes. And we're spamming some Dartlings too that we can upgrade to Ray of Dooms when we need to. So it looks like he's actually handling these pretty easily. Sinful has really good micro, so those are no problem for him. And he starts all-outing us on round 35. So as you can see, quick sell of these farms right now. We sell pretty much all of our farms. We spam some Ray of Dooms. And now we use all of our Moab Assassin abilities. A bit of a misplay on my part. You want to use your Mob Assassin abilities before you boost. So then the boost works a lot better on the stuff on the inside of the ZMGs, because you pretty much pop the ZMGs with the Assassin ability, not through towers, if that makes sense. So I boosted a bit early there, or I just should have used my Mob Assassin abilities earlier. So we'll see how this works out. We do have a lot of defense though. 4 Ray of Dooms along with a ton of bombs. We use our second boost here, use all of our Mob Assassin abilities again, and these Ray of Dooms just shred through those Mob and BFB layers. It looks like he defended all of Mars as well, so now here's an interesting part. Round 37, and we both send fast cooldown ZMGs at each other. So it's going to be really interesting how this plays out. We do have one boost left, which is really nice. Since he didn't drain any of our boosts mid-game, we can boost against these. So we play this boost a little bit better. We use all of our Mob Assassin abilities first, as I kind of talked about before. And I still think I boosted a little early. I should have waited longer till the balloons got farther to boost, because there's still some ZMGs in there. And as you can see, there's no chance he's defending this. So we just kind of have to defend our side. There's only 2 ZMGs left. But here's the problem I had. I can see a bunch of BFBs coming through his side. So I popped these ZMGs, and I definitely shouldn't have. These mobs get really close. Our Ray of Dooms are doing work, and we defend it. So that is the game against Sinful. Dartling bomb on top. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys once again for 1,000 subscribers. This is just the start, guys. We plan on going much farther than this. But that is it. Ryan Mehalic out.